Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Talks with Bob. If you're new here, please, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for having patience and coming back to watch my videos. So today we're actually going to talk about some after degree programs and its requirements, and also give you some schools to apply. So I don't know if you guys know what the after degree program is. Before we're gonna break down into that, before we get into what giving you the requirement and the type of schools that you have to apply. So this is a program for students who have already done their 4 years degree in any field. It could be business, it could be management, it could be engineering, any field at all. So far as you have a 4 years bachelor's degree, you can do the after degree program in nursing. So basically the Faculty of Nursing recognizes that students who already hold a degree in any field, it could be management, business. What's the difference between management and business? Is there any? Okay, it could be management, it could be business, it could be engineering, whatever your field of study is. It could be art. So far as you have a 4 years degree and you already graduated and you have your degree, how many times am I going to say degree? But anyway, so far as you have your 4 years degree, you can actually enter this program, and then for 2 years, it's actually a 2 years course, face to face. I'm sure there are certain schools that you can do online, but majority of the time it's in class. And then after, you become an RN, which is very good. So instead of going for so if you're international student, or you are new in Canada and you already have a bachelor's degree, instead of going for the LPN, which is 2 years, I would advise you to actually do this. It's also 2 years, right? And in class, and after you get your RN. So it's much better and faster way to get your RN instead of the LPN and then you bridge to RN. Okay, so today I'm actually going to give you some schools and the requirements needed in order for you to actually apply for this course. Okay, so the first school we are looking at is University of Alberta. I know I've mentioned this school a billion of times on this channel, but it's one of the biggest schools in Canada, and it has a lot of they have a lot of variety of courses, be it masters, be it bachelor's degree, whatever. They literally have a lot of courses in this school. So check it out, and then whatever course you would like to apply to in Canada, it should be there. I'm sure it should be there. So basically the requirement for this course is just have your degree. You need to have your degree. And I'm sure, and most of the schools, some schools are restricted to only Canadian students, but I'm sure, but University of Alberta, they actually admit international students, so it's for both international and domestic students. There are admission requirements for U of A. Okay, so admission requirement is so you need a degree from a recognized academic institution. Of course, you need a GPA of at least 3.0 or equivalent, and you need to have English, completion of English, human anatomy, human physiology. So I will leave the links of all the schools that I mentioned in the description box. Please do check it out if you're really interested in going. Microbiology, psychology, and statistics. And also another one which is very, very important, it says you have to have a submission of a CASPA test to be evaluated for admission to the program. So I don't know what a CASPA test is, but it looks like most of the schools have this, that you need to pass it before you can actually be accepted into the program. I'm going to put a direct link to all this information in the description box, so please do well to check it out. Okay, so moving on, the second school on my list is University of Saskatchewan. Okay, so I can see that the tuition, I haven't seen the requirement here, but the tuition for international student is 28K, almost 29K for international students. That is so expensive. Oh, what, for 2 years course? Ew. Okay, so here are the admission requirement for University of Saskatchewan. So admission average is 60% weighting. The calculated average of your most recent 60 credit units of coursework towards a degree. And number 2 is a situational judgment test score, which is 40%. And number 3 is completion of all other admission requirement. Let's see the other admission requirement. And obviously you need to have your 4 years degree. And so the only difference, it's basically like very similar to U of A. As I said, you can find all of this information in the description box. I cannot sit here and read everything to you. It's like a whole lot. So I would advise you, if you're someone that's really interested, just click on the link. It will take you directly to this information. So this is for both international and domestic student. The third school is gonna be University of Lethbridge. So admission after post-secondary studies. So to be considered for transfer credit, student must submit a course outline for each course completed in the previous university or college. So this one is a little bit different than the other two. For all applicants, if English is not your first seat, the other ones didn't talk about English proficiency tests, but this one does. So you see, every school has its own requirements. So whichever province you choose to go, make sure you do your research very good, and make sure you meet all the requirements. And for international students, I'm sure every school is going to ask for English tests, the English proficiency test. It's like a huge number 1 requirement for everything. So I think you can choose from the TOEFL, the IELTS, I quit. I'm done. If you have any of this, you can apply with those English tests. Okay. Application deadlines, everything can also be found on the website. Like I said, everything is gonna be in the description, so don't forget. So moving on. So the next school is University of Regina. It's also located in Saskatchewan. Which one is the province and which one is the city? I think Saskatchewan is the province and Saskatoon is the city. Bro, this is so embarrassing. I don't even know the province. Anyway, moving on. The next one is University of Lethbridge. Okay. Lethbridge. University of Regina. Okay, so the next one is University of Regina. The application requirement. So their deadline for international, oh, this one has a deadline for international student. So the deadline for international student, it says application begins on December 31st for international student, and for Canadian and permanent resident, application begins on February 15th. And the deadline for final transcripts and everything is August 1st. So if you're someone who's actually interested in going to University of Regina, I think you have to start applying like now. So admission requirement. So successful completion of an approved university degree, like I've been saying over and over again, a GPA of 70%, completion of English level 100, statistics for the last time, statistics. But then if you want all the full information with the tuition fees and everything, you can go to the website and check it out. They don't have the tuition fees on the website, but they have like clickable links with emails where you can ask more questions. You can email them. I always say, if you have any questions about any school, you're confused or anything, you can always email the school. They will reply you. And last school is McMaster University, which is in Ontario, I believe. Yeah. So what are the requirements for this? So with this school, it's a little bit different. So to be considered, you have to have like an average of at least B- in the last 2 full years of university degree, and a credit course taking minimum 54 units. Achieve a minimum grade of at least C-, which is 60% on each of the following required courses: physiology, human anatomy, and psychology. So it even says if you have questions, they have their phone number, they have email address over here that you can email them, and you can call them for any questions at all. Don't be shy, they will get to you, trust me on this. I'll make sure of that. I'm just kidding, I don't work with that. So it looks like all of these schools have like a lot in common. They all require like your 4-year bachelor's degree. You need to have some prerequisite, which is human anatomy and physiology, psychology, statistics, and a whole lot English test for international students. So if you know that if you are new in Canada and you have a bachelor's degree, instead of going for the 2 years or doing nursing all over again for 4 years, I would advise you look into this after degree program in nursing. It's only 2 years. 2 years. Do not go and waste your money on something. Like, do the research, okay? I wouldn't want you to waste your money on the 4 years when you can actually do it for only 2 years. I know it will be like 6 years of school, but like if you look at it, going back to school 4 years, that's like 8 years. You might as well become a doctor. Like, so I would, like, in my opinion, if you have your 4 years degree and you come to Canada and you would like to get into nursing, why don't you just do this, right, instead of the LPN? Because LPNs are paid less than RNs. If you don't have the prerequisites, it's not a big deal. Just make sure you do it before you apply. Like, make sure you can do it in your home country, you can do it when you get to Canada. Just do it. It's like high school it's not high school courses, but then it's like college courses, and it has to be done. I know some schools offer these courses online, so you can search up which school that you can actually apply to take this prerequisite. Sometimes the school you apply to, like let's say if you apply to U of A, they might allow you to do the prerequisite with them, but then it's going to be more expensive, like very expensive. So if you have your money, if you know you are good, you're able to pay your fees, why not, bro? Like, why not? So I hope this video was very helpful. Like I said, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description box. Make sure to check it out. Make sure to do your research, and for the love of God, please don't get scammed. I hope this was very, very useful and helpful to everyone out there who is actually interested in this. I hope it finds you, and I hope you get in. Oh wait, before you leave, what are you doing? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your family members, anyone you think that will be interested in this. Don't forget to share it with them. Thank you.